Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following my recent videos, you know I was in Lamar, Missouri not too long ago checking out the modular campers from Freedom Campers. Well, while I was there, something pretty special, very unique caught my eye. A prototype off-road version of that very same camper. Now, at the time of this recording, this setup isn't even listed on their website. So as you're watching this, if this beast sparks your interest, well, I'm going to definitely recommend giving Freedom Campers a call. Now, here's what they did. They took one of their lightweight campers, which, by the way, comes in three sizes. You have 48 by 79, 58 by 79, and 48 by 89 inches, and mounted this thing on a custom off-road trailer. So in a minute, you're going to see me walking around it with one of the owners, going over all the details, and this thing's pretty slick. But while you're watching this, what I want you to do is I want you to think about the utility, the flexibility of this setup. I mean, these campers, they only weigh 180 pounds. Now, granted, the camper, not the trailer, which means that you can mount them on the back of your pickup or on the back of any utility trailer that's big enough to fit it. That's what makes Freedom Campers so unique. I mean, the name really says it all. I mean, freedom, think about that for a moment. You've got the freedom to customize your build your way. And here's the best part with this here. The camper itself runs from $3,300 up to $3,500 depending upon the size, making it one of the most affordable, lightweight, and customizable campers on the market today. So if you've been holding off on buying a teardrop or truck bed camper because of the price or unnecessary features that it has, this might be the perfect solution for you. All right. Let's shift gears and jump into this walkthrough of this Freedom Camper prototype off-road trailer and take a closer look at what makes this setup so impressive. This is quite the interesting creation from Freedom Camper. So you can see what they've done here. They've taken their camper. Now, those are 33-inch Yokohama tires. Now, there is a dual 3,500 independent axles underneath this thing. On the front here, this is actually pretty slick right here. This tire right here slides open so you have full access to two huge storage units or toolboxes right behind there. Now, I'm going to spin this camera around here so you can get a sense of how much space. So the front one, you have 600 amp hours of battery. You have all sorts of electronics that are controlling everything that you see there. That's 400 watts of solar. Now, when you look up onto this here, you know, one of the things as I'm watching this right here, what I would do, I'm almost thinking on the back, right behind the wheels right there, I would almost mount my propane tank on one side and maybe a Rotopack with like an 8-gallon water on the other side. I bet you that would look pretty good, and it's very functional as well. And this is what I was talking about earlier. There's just so much flexibility that you can do here with these things. We come up to, there's the AC unit there that's tucked underneath. Now, this is a custom roof rack that they've made for this particular trailer right here. And again, like the other AC units, that's a 10,000 BTU. It's an AC and heater in one. And it's actually running right now, folks, so you can barely hear it. You want to hear something pretty amazing? So it was hot as heck out there, a little bit on the humid side. But after the AC was running, maybe 15 minutes of me doing my little walk around with there, I stuck my head inside there, and that was absolutely, that AC unit on the top there really does a great job. The inside of that was nice and chilly. Actually, to sleep in there comfortably, I'd probably throttle it down just a little bit because it was cold inside there. And then, of course, on both sides of the Freedom Camper, you have those large windows, both of them of which have slides on it, and you have a vent on each side as well. Now, these tires in this wheelhouse right here, or the fenders there, that is pretty impressive. Now, as I understand, they're going to come back with a tire that's a little thinner than this one right here, but boy, leave a comment down below. I think that looks pretty impressive with those on there. Now you have stabilizer jacks in the back, which are going to be fantastic. Keep things, if you dismount it from your vehicle and so forth, that's going to keep that all nice and tight there. You have a big door, you have a fan on the back. You have a 2-inch receiver here. And speaking of the 2-inch receiver, now that allows you can put like a pack mule or any sort of extension on here that's going to give a bike rack even as well. So that's going to extend the amount of storage and things that you can bring out with you. So here's something to consider as well. If you don't want to put the water tanks in the back, which I like the idea of putting the water tanks behind the axle, get a little bit more of that weight in the back there. But you can actually put a water tank up at the front of this thing as well. Now again, this is a custom trailer, so you can put this on whatever size trailer that you want, assuming again the camper fits on top of it. But again, you can start thinking of just the different, it's like Legos. You can just plop things up as you want them, or what's functional for you in your overlanding experience that you're after. And of course, here's another note. I just noticed you have more space here. You could probably easily fit an e-bike or obviously whatever you want there, but you have a lot of additional space. That just goes testament to what I was talking about earlier. These trailers really, or these campers really give you a lot of flexibility. And on the front of this, they have an articulating hitch, which is a very nice touch as well. This, folks, tell me this thing would be fun to go blasting out into the trails with. Heck yeah, it would be. Geez, lightweight, cost efficient, and it's set up, dialed in exactly how you want it. Yeah, come on. But at any rate, there's another good example of what you can do with a Freedom camper. All right, so just a quick shout out to all you DIY peeps out there. So as you're watching this, I can only imagine your creative juice are already flowing after seeing this setup because, let's be honest here. This camper is basically a blank slate. You can build it out exactly how you want it. You want storage? Well, heck, add them. Want solar, racks, or custom suspension underneath your trailer? Heck, do it. The ideas and directions that you can go with this camper and trailer are absolutely endless. And that's what I love about Freedom campers. I've repeated this numerous times on this video, and actually for the last. The name fits perfectly. You've got the freedom to design, modify, and create something that is absolutely uniquely yours. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add links down below to Freedom campers. And if this off-road prototype has your attention, as I mentioned earlier, I would highly recommend giving them a call and getting your camper ordered. All right, friends, and that's going to wrap up this video. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button down below. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe for more overlanding and camper walkthroughs coming soon. And actually, speaking of which, while I was out there, so speaking of customization or future videos, one of the people I interviewed out there, Nick, he had a custom setup of one of these trailers, and you'll be able to hear directly from him why he went with Freedom campers, how has owning one of these changed the way that he camps. The guy's towing it with a Subaru. So any of you out there that are watching this that have either like a 2-door Wrangler or a smaller vehicle with a lower towing capacity, this guy's towing it easily because these things are so lightweight behind his Subaru. But friends, that is all I have here. So until next time, stay safe, stay adventurous, and I will see you in the next video.